Hello Professor, my name is DhruveshPatelAssign3. So today I am going to explain my whole assignment 3, which is totally based on the linked list as a part of the data structure and the algorithm. So these are all of my file. There is a tester file, one header file, and there are 5 different .c file that contain the logic of the whole code. There are the covid.c, covidmanu.c, file handling.c, generation of record.c, print record.c. So we understand what the logic is going behind that later on, but first we look after the output of the project, so we can easily go through the coding part. So first we go for output. So let's say I run it. Okay, so as we showing the output, when the code run, it's first populate the 100 records. It's populate the 100 record with the predefined auto-generated value. So it has a family size, COVID tested, COVID positive, race, region, and town data. There is also a few additional data which is not displayed here according to the assignment guideline, and that are the number of people in the household, age under the 20, number of people in the household age above the 50, number of people in the household age between 20 and 50, and the fourth one is the number of age in the household people has chronic disease and who has the age above the 50. So these are all the additional things that also generated in the code, but according to the instruction of the assignment, we do not have to display that all. Okay, so after generating the whole 100 records, it's give the menu option to the user, so user can select any menu option from the list that display here and do whatever that they want to fetch as a result. So here let's go with the first option. It's okay, so as you can see, the first 3 option is just to display the household record based on the region, town, or race according to the choice of the user. So let's go with one by one. So let's say first, which is the display household record based on the region. So it's asked for selection of the region, Durham, Peel, or York. So let's say the Durham. So it's display all the records that contain the region as a Durham. So there are 37 records that contain the region as a Durham. Now we go for the second option, which is the household record based on the town. So when I put the second option, it's asked for which town you want to fed the data. So we go for the Brampton now. So enter 2. So it's display all the record that has a Brampton as a town. So there are 15 record which has a Brampton as a town. Now we go for the third option, which displays household record based on the race. So when I press the third option, is again ask me for the choice, because there are 5 different races: the Caucasian, indigenous, African American, Asian, and others. So let's go with African American. So it's a 2. So that display all the correlated information or records that has African American as a race. So there are 21 record on that. Now we go for the fourth option. The fourth option just display the record, the household COVID record that according to the region that has the minimum number of COVID tested as a positive. So it's when I go for a fourth option, it's ask the user for a minimum threshold value. So the household record that has a number of positive cases minimum or above the threshold value, like equal to threshold value or above the threshold value, it gonna be displayed over there. And it's also asked for the which region you want to display. So let's go with the fourth option. It's asked for the first region. You have to select from the Durham, Peel, or let's say we select the York. So now is asked for the lower bound, so is the threshold value for the minimum positive cases per the household. So let's say 3 is a minimum, or for reducing the number of data we will add 4. So when I put 4, is display all the household record which has a York as a region, as well as all the COVID positive case which has minimum threshold value or above. So the threshold value is a 4 here. So all the COVID positive case 4 or the above 4, all the display, and which has a region as a York, are all gonna display here. So there are 14 record that met the both condition. Now there is a fifth option, that's just display the ranking information according to town wise and the region. So, and it's also sort the result in a descending order. Let's go with that, the fifth option. So as you see, it's display the tested positive COVID-19 cases, the region wise ranking and the town wise ranking. And as you can see, it's sorted the resulting data in a reverse order, like in a descending order. So you can verify it by here. So in a Brampton there is a 35, and in Mississauga there is a 22 positive cases. So if we sum together, it's gonna be like 57 in a Peel region. So as you can see, in the region of the Peel there is a 57. So you can verify by that. Now we go for a sixth option, which says add a new record. So it add the new record, and it's force the user to enter manually all the informations that required to add a new record. So let's go with the 6th number. So it first asks for the which region you want to select. So let's go Peel region. Now it asks for the town. Let's go with the Brampton now. Then it asks for the races. So we go for the other, the fourth option. Okay, now it's asked for the total number of people in the household, the people under the age 20, the people over the age 20, and the people under age 50 with chronic disease, and all the values separated by the space or tab. So let's I enter first the wrong value, 8229. So it's redirect me again that the total people in the household cannot be less than the number of people aged 50 under aged 50 with chronic disease. So as you see, the total people in the household is 8, and people with like people with chronic disease are the 9. So let's add the correct value here. So 8221. Now is asked for total number of people in the household who were tested for the COVID, and those who were tested positive separated by the space or tab. So let's say 5 and 1. Here you go, is add the record. Now to see the record, we just skip the 7th option right now, and we jump to the 8th option, that display the updated data. So so you know that the before there is a 8th record in the table. Now there is a 100 record, sorry. Yeah, before there is a 100 record in the list. Now after adding the new one, there is a 101 record, and the new record is added on the top, which has 8, 2 and 5. 8, 2 and 5 as a 8 is a number of household, 5 as a tested, and 1 as a positive. And it has a Peel as a region, Brampton as a town, and other as a race. Let's see. It's on top of the list. Here you go. Is 8 as a family size, COVID tested as a 5, and COVID positive as a 1. And the race is other, region is Peel, town is a Brampton. So that's the correct. Now for to see the filing structure, so we again skip the 7th option and go with the 9th. So I press the 9th option. So it says the store data to file, and that's why they ask for a file name to the user. So it asks for the file name, and it's give the example. So it's force the user to put the name same as the example. It says demo.txt. So I enter the sample.txt. Here you go, the data is saved. Now to see the file where it's saved, I just make one folder data in the project. So this sample.txt file is in the data folder. Now it takes some time to come into data folder. I don't know why, but because of the project is running, that's why it takes time. So it's easiest way to go to the folder. Here you can see the sample file. Now it's also available in a data here. So here you can see there is a 101 record and one extra record at the end, which says the file end of the file to made the 10th option work perfectly. That's why we add the end of the line, end of the file line. So here there is a 101 record, right? Now we go for the 7th option. The 7th option says delete all the record of the region, town and race triplet, right? So first I press the 7th option. Now it's asked for the region, so let's go Peel region. Is asked for the town, go with the Mississauga now. Now is asked for the race. For example, if I enter the out of range value, it's redirect me as an error. So let's say 8. It says enter the correct race number. Now I enter 2. Sorry, I enter the 3 at the Asian. So 3 matching record deleted. Now we check with the 8 option. So there are 101 record. Now we check 3 record is deleted. So might be there is a 98 record. Let's see. Here you go. So there is a 98 record and there is no information regarding the Peel, Mississauga and Asian as a triplet, as you verify by that. Also now the file has a old data, so with the 10th option is display data from the file. So when I go with the 10th option, is print all 101 records. So I have to first enter the name of the file, sample.txt. So it's as you can see, there is all 101 data because we do not update the file. Now we go to update the file with the 9th option. We enter the file name again, sample.txt. You can also generate the new file for that, but I'll just I want to just show the difference and updation of the file. That's why. So it's here you go. So it's added the file. Now we display the data 10. So the file name, sorry. Okay, so now there is 98. So it's update the record with the data. So now we exit the program with the option 0. So here, that's all the output of the whole assignment. I know that's the really big assignment. Now we understand the logic. So that's the first we go for a header file. The header file contains all the header definition or the global declaration of the structure, variable, and the declaration of method signature actually. Yeah, so it contains all the thing here, all the methods is over here, and there's the global variable declaration, and here is the structure definition. Now we go for tester class. So tester class is the start of the program. It has a main method, as we all know that. It's just to generate the 100 record and then give the menu option to the user, and according to the choice of the user, it's perform the action. Now we go first the COVID.c, which has this file contains the logic behind printing of household record by race, region, town as specified by the user, and is also has a logic behind printing the ranking record and ordering the result data. So this file contains the first three and the 5th option logic. So first 3 is a display household record based on region, town and race, and the 5th option is display the region or town and town wise ranking of the number of people. So it's contain the coding for that, the logic for this 4 functionality. So the for printing household record, there is a print household record method. Is has a 3 variable. The top int x is the input of which they select, and the character s that take a string which says is a region wise household result, or town wise, or the race wise. So there are all the 3 method. If it's region wise, go here, the program goes here. If the town wise, the program goes here, and if the race wise, the program goes here, and it's just printed the data from here also. Then after this is the print ranking result. It's just to fetch the data first, store into temporary array, the rsum and tsum. rsum is the region wise and the t is town wise, and then it swap the data in a descending order is here. So it's all the code for swapping the data. And also it also has the delete the node, so that's I guess is the 7th option. This I guess is the 7th option. So delete all the instance with the triplet. So it's first get the user input for the region wise, town and the race, and based on that it's delete all the data and print the matching number of matching record. So now we go for the another class is menu. So in the menu option, it's too big file here. So there are 2 methods, the menu display and the menu operation. Okay, so in the menu display is just display the list of menu, and here is I need space. Yeah, sure. It's just display the list of menu, and it's get the choice of the it get the choice from the user. So which option they want to select, and based on that is go to the tester file again, and from the tester file it called the menu operation. So according to the choice of the user, the menu operation performed. I use a switch case here, so it's easier and is easier to handle, and is make a modulation of the code based on a case studies. So in a case 1 we know that is a region wise ranking, case 2 is a town wise I guess, and the case 3 is a race wise ranking. So it's just printing over here. So I'll just explain one case out of these 3. So let's say the region wise. So according to the choice is 1 is go for region wise, is just print enter the integer for the region, and it's ask user to enter the region name. So once the user enter the region name, is go with that region. If it's 0, that means dirham, I guess dirham. The first means a peel and the third is a yolk. So it's go with that. The same thing for a town and same thing for the race. Now the 5th option is a COVID testable. It's just called the ranking result method. Add is make there is 2 make node. One is a make node method that make the node with random generator value, and another method is a make user node that generate a node with user defined values, and it add the node to the start of the list. Delete all instance with triple is option 7. The 8th is for the 8th option is to print the list, and for the 9th option is store the data to file, and 10th is read the data from the file. So now we go for the file handling. Okay, so basically this all the file handling method. There are 2 methods, one to say save to file, and another is a read from the file. So the save to file, save the data to the file, and read file, read the data from the file. So in the saving is start with the top position of the list. It's write row by row and then go with the new line. I add the end of the file line as a 0, all the numeric value as a 0 and the string value as end. And then to read the file, I need a few variables to store individual value from the file to that variable, and then I don't need to populate the list for that, so I'll just print that data on the loop. And if there is an end of file, so basically there is no method that specifies that's the end of file to break the break that loop, so that's why we add the last line. So I just compare the family size equal to 0. I also compare like number of tested positive equal to 0, or number of number of people go for testing is also equal to 0. Then all three are the same for that work as the same. And always remember, whenever we work with the file, we have to open the file, and at the end we have to close the file. So I just add a header and footer according to my it look like good, that's why I just added that record. Now the main thing is generation of record. Okay, so as I say, the make node is a generate the node, like make the node with random value generation. So that's all how that work. It's generate the random value from here, and all this logic is too long. You can see here. Now the add node. In the add node is just what it take the top value and the current the new node that is made by the make node or make user node method, and then is shifting the top. First is setting the next value to the top, and then shifting top to the first node. So they're like new node, so it's gonna be a top of the new node is gonna be on top of the list. Now as we see the generate record, the generate record is just a method that call by that call from the menu operation when it's called during the start of the program to populate the list with 100 records. So it's here. As you can see, there's the comment from the our class record. Yeah, so I just copy this line from the class record. Yeah, I know. The class code. I just copy these two lines from the class code. Make user node. The make user node just create the node with the user specified value. So it's take all the input from the user as we see in the output, and then make the node, and after making the node from the menu operation, it's call the add node method with this newly generated node. Now the print record only contains the three methods: the header, footer, and the print list. The header file is just setting the header information, like which column, like a column name. The footer is just information at the end of the list, and the print list is actually printing the 100 records or 100 whichever it is. So it's print the whole list. So that's all the code of the system. Thanks for watching this video.